there's a young lady in the high desert who just started a online newspaper, High Desert Post. You guys should look at it. It's on Facebook, and we'll have Miss Davina Fisher on the line in a few moments. As a matter of fact, she's on the line right now. Davina, how are you this morning?
I'm good, Wallace. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm not good, but I'm well. I'm well. We're hanging in there. Davina, you started an online newspaper, in April?
Yeah, I started my paper on Instagram initially.
And we're calling it an online paper, which, I don't know if we'll be even using that terminology in the next 10 years, but a paper, a communication tool, a media push. You're used to be in the newspaper business, a newspaper writer. You're serving the high desert with the High Desert Post.
Yes, I am.
What cities compose the high desert? What are we talking about here?
Apple Valley, Hesperia, Adelanto, Victorville, the biggest one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you cover pretty much that area dealing with events and people and organizations, right?
Yeah, I initially began showcasing community events and different community leaders. And so after doing it for a while, I started to gear my stories towards a younger audience.
Mm-hmm.
So now you'll see stories from local business owners giving tips on business, trying to get, people interested in entrepreneurship. And I'll have local artists or, how-to videos to try to engage the youth. So it's really just trying to strengthen the community through, local engagement.
That's I support that wholly. I said to people how to get to your publication on the website, just www.hdpost.com. Does that do it? Mm-hmm.
Yes, and on Instagram. I'm not on Facebook, so Instagram, the HD Post.
Very good. So 5 years ago, were you looking forward to doing this?
Well, 5 years ago, I was writing for the local paper,
mm-hmm.
I believe. So I had no idea I would be doing this at all.
Isn't that amazing that not even an idea 5 years ago that you'd be doing something so, I think, cutting edge, brand new, and at the same time, it's easy to critique them because we see so much digital movement now. What are we going to be doing in 5 years? You got an idea?
Just going to be trying to grow my publication, and that's it.
I think it's going to be a lot more than that. If other people are as excited about you and your publication and the way you do things as I am, you've got a big, big future. Tell us a little bit about something or somebody, an event. What's going on in the high desert now that you'd like to share with us?
So there's an event coming up on November 7th. It's being put on by Bruce McGhee. He's the owner of BRM Media Group, and he's also a part of the band Theory of Funk. It's a Jazz and Brunch event, and it's going to be at the Adelanto Stadium. Miki Howard will be performing, and it's going to be hosted by J.T. Turner.
So those are local people? I mean, they're local in that they live there in the high desert.
Well, Bruce, he actually used to teach at the community college, self-defense, and he's well-known community leader around here.
Bruce McGhee.
Bruce McGhee, yes, he's a martial arts instructor.
Oh yeah. Well, let me be very respectful as I talked about Mr. McGhee. I don't want to mispronounce his name and have him put me on television beating me up or anything like that. So this event is going to be when? November when?
November 7th.
Okay.
It starts at 3 p.m. Kids are free, and you can get all the information on Eventbrite.
Did you say it's free?
Kids are free.
Oh, kids are free.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. That's real interesting. Okay, anything else going on up there that you want to tell us about? I'm just really wanting to be sure people get an opportunity to see your publication and hear more from you about the high desert. How long have you been living there?
We moved out here in 2016 from, South Bay, Torrance area. So we really like it here.
What do you like about the high desert, San Bernardino County high desert?
I like the fresh air,
Wait a minute. You like the what?
the fresh air. Fresh air.
What is that? No, we have beautiful air here in the San Bernardino area. I guess the winds come down through that Cajon Pass and kind of keep us cleaned out and looking pretty most of the time. But yeah, the high desert is it's much more than a stop-off point between L.A. and Las Vegas like it used to be. You got very nice cultural things going on and many events. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, I'm going to give you a chance to maybe point out one more great thing, maybe a place where you would pull off the freeway and grab something to eat. Maybe you could think of a spot like that. We'll be right back. This is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen. We are meeting with the wonderful Davina Fisher and her High Desert Post, and we'll be right back after this break.
131
KCAA.
Greetings, folks. This is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen. We're speaking right now with Davina Fisher. She's the publisher of the High Desert Post, www.hdpost.com. Davina, you mentioned a band earlier.
Yeah.
What was the name of it?
Theory of Funk.
Say it again.
Theory of Funk.
Theory of Funk. No, okay. Yeah, Mr. Garcia's down here, our mood master, and he knows, he swears he knows everybody that's ever. So we just wanted to check, and Anthony's also part of an organization called the Inland Empire Musicians Hall of Fame, and so he really was interested in knowing more about that band, and we'll talk about that another time. So, Davina, I'm hopping in the car, I'm driving to Las Vegas, and I get halfway up the hill, I'm a little hungry, riding through the high desert. Where would I stop to get something to eat? There's two kinds of food, okay? There's the regular food, and then is there a place I can stop and get some vegetarian or vegan food? Did I put you too much to a test right now? Do you need time, a week to get that for me, or can you give me now?
I'd have to look up the vegetarians because I'm not a vegan, but okay. I could give you a place. It's a food truck that I've been to a few times called Fries Galore, and they have all kinds of different fries, like carne asada fries. They have mac and cheese fries. They have, different interesting combination of fries, and they're pretty popular out here.
My thoughts are we're going to talk about that in the future. We definitely are.
Okay.
Davina, thank you for joining us today. Good fortune on the High Desert Post. We definitely anticipate supporting you and pushing you as far as we can and working with you on that deal. So thank you again. Do you have any questions? Nope, sorry.
No, thank you for having me.
I don't have the number for the lotto, so couldn't help you on that one. We'll talk to you again soon. Thank you, Miss Davina.